Hey guys, Captain CA here with FlatsClass YouTube. Today we're going to do a review. This is a long-awaited review. Many of you have asked for it. This is on the new Saltwater Tranx 150. I've got it both in the HG and the XG. I've been using these extensively over the last 30 days, and I've got good news for you. Inshore anglers, you're going to be impressed, super impressed. While I go down to my shop and set everything up with this to explain to you the benefits and features, you go check out some of this inshore action on this rod and reel setup, and I'll be right back. This episode of FlatsClass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. You wouldn't think you'd get 2 and 3 chances, but a little bit of that has to do with this fluorocarbon line right here. Fluorocarbon line allows you to get an extra chance or two, because this fish had been alarmed once, and then I made a presentation after Blondie and he kind of spooked again, but the ability to throw right on him with fluorocarbon, still got him caught. Man, you're pretty good at that.
Doing a lot.
He's really good at that.
That's the best fisherman out here.
That's the way to do it right there. All right, guys, I love having that field footage to back up the shop footage because it allows all of you to connect the dots. Now, the Tranx, I'm gonna bring the box up here for you. The Tranx has been around for a while, but not in this size. Tranx actually has been in those larger sizes, and you've seen me use them on FlatsClass TV, like the 300 and the 400 size, where we use them for inshore grouper, we use them for tarpon, backcountry tarpon fishing, we use them for big snook around bridges and fenders and like big industrial zones, and for bull redfish sometimes out there in Louisiana. But I've always wanted a low profile 150 size here out of Shimano. Well, when Blaine and Brian said, we've got it. We've got that inshore saltwater reel that's gonna be perfect for trout anglers, redfish guys, snook guys, flounder guys. Well, I got it 30 days ago and I've been wearing this thing out trying to break it down. First thing you're gonna notice, all metal body, no plastic. It's all Hagani forged aluminum metal body. So the rigidity and toughness of this reel, it's uncompromisable. You're not gonna have any issues. It has the SVS Infinity brake system in it. What does that mean? Typically, you've got this little dial on the bottom that goes 1 to 6, 1 being the least amount of resistance, 6 being the most resistance if you're trying to drive it into the wind or skip under a dock or something like that. I typically set these things for about 2 or 3, usually 3. And if you set it for 3, you're pretty good most of the time. Here's a little tip, a quick tip. If you're casting and it tends to want to backlash on the front side of the cast, then you need to tighten up this little SVS brake down here on the bottom. If it doesn't seem like it's getting the overrun until the end of the cast right at the end, then you use the tension knob. That's just a little additional tip in this. This has got 3+1 anti-rust stainless steel bearings. Makes this thing extremely smooth and resistant to corrosion. It has core protect. It's designed not to let salt water in it and not to let salt water break it down. It only weighs 6.7 ounces, so it's super light. So if you want to be that guy throwing artificials, if you're a tournament guy, you want to just go out there and just cast power fish, this is your new saltwater reel, I promise you. Cross carbon drag system offers 13 pounds of drag on this particular reel. There's nothing that's going to pull that hard without breaking the line first. And it comes in a couple of different gear ratios. There's the 6.3, the 7.2, which is this one, and then the 8.2. 6.3 is going to line retrieve, max retrieve is 26 inches. 7.2, I believe I read it was going to be 30 inches per one handle turn. You can pick up 30 inches line. And then with the 8.2, which is my favorite, which is the XG, the 150 XG Tranx, just one handle turn, 35 inches. So when you're sight fishing, that's really handy to be able to place a nice cast out there and be able to get that bait quickly to the front of that fish where you can hit it. So those are some of the breakdowns. You can buy this reel for under $300. I believe it's about 295 bucks, but it's going to last. In the past, we've only had the Corrado and the Cronarch that really dealt with salt water, and you had to properly maintain those reels. But with this one, I'm telling you, this one is going to be your mule. It will be, if you're a saltwater guy, if you're a speckled trout guy, if wading in Texas, if you're a redfish guy in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, if you're a snook guy in Florida, this is the reel you want. All right, let's go back to the action, then we'll wrap all this up. Oh, gonna get me underneath my... Better fish than I thought he was. Woo. Growing water. It's a good looking fish. Something going on there. Off he goes. Well, I hope the product review we did today on the Shimano Tranx 150 really helps you out the next time you've got to make a decision on buying a low profile bait caster for your saltwater needs, because in my opinion, it's the best they've ever done. It's going to be one of those reels that's going to be a must-have in your arsenal. If you want to have a little bit more technical, I'm going to get point of view on this reel, I really encourage you guys to go to my friend's channel, JP DeRose. He's a Shimano pro out of Canada. He does all the breakdowns on most of the Shimano product. And let me tell you guys, he is good at it. Super, super good at it. If you don't subscribe to his channel by now, go over there and subscribe to it, because every time Shimano drops something new, JP does an incredible video, I mean incredible video, on all the benefits and features of those particular rods and reels. So go check him out. Don't sleep on this guy. This guy is really good at what he does. In fact, he's the resource I use for a lot of the reels and products that I'm looking at from Shimano, adding to my gear tackle shed out there. So speaking of getting people to watch us, we want to be your saltwater authority for Inshore. I mean, we're working hard at it. So if you enjoyed this review, if you enjoy our fishing tips, if you enjoy the television show, just some of the fun, crazy stuff that we do here at FlatsClass YouTube, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It's my job to make you a better informed angler. Trust me, I've been doing it for 35 years, and I want to make you as good as you can be. All right, until next time, Captain CA signing off. Go catch them up and go get a Tranx 150.